Namaste. Greetings to everybody and a special welcome to all the extraordinary women in the audience who made a world of difference. As much as I had wished to be with you in person, I hope my virtual address can do justice. We at Standard Chartered Bank are proud to be part of this event, which has been organized with a vision to support and recognize women leadership and contribution across various fields. New Business Age and the others have done a great job of bringing this together. A few days back, a news item caught the attention of the entire world. A proud moment for Nepal indeed. A team of Nepali mountaineers braved extreme challenges to make a winter summit of K2, a feat considered near impossible, one which was considered the last great mountaineering challenge. Yes, they are all men, but it also marked a big step from their traditional role of supporting foreign expeditions to leading their own and succeeding. I'm sure someday we will read about Nepali women having achieved this incredible feat. I was reading about this interesting company which has successfully broken into a male domain and got recognized by the UN, the adventure company Three Sisters. Examples such as this exemplify the many noteworthy achievements that Nepal already has and should be proud of. I'm sure we all agree that we as women have everything it takes to give wings to our aspirations, and it's high time that each of us, and not just those who succeed, has our own little fire in the belly, like your band of brothers who summited K2 or the sisterhood of Three Sisters which broke new ground. I'm sure we'll see more examples of this transformation, particularly as challenges of the pandemic recede and new ways of working, partnerships, and networking surface. For example, the surge in virtual meetings like this one and working from home could ease bottlenecks like long commutes that women face. Home run businesses will also become more feasible than before. I learned that women here own nearly 1/3 of the total businesses in sectors such as hospitality and tourism, food service, agriculture, and manufacturing enterprises, and there are 5 lakh self-employed women entrepreneurs. These are certainly good numbers, but I'm sure with easier access to finance, better tech connectivity, and the right marketing and distribution strategies, this will scale up even more. With nearly 6 million formal women-owned small businesses in East Asia alone, women entrepreneurs are already playing a crucial role in creating sustainable economic growth in the region. The United Nations estimates that if women achieve their full economic potential, the Asia-Pacific economy could grow by as much as US $89 billion annually. It is encouraging that Nepal Rashtra Bank has a policy of providing a special lending subsidy of up to 6% for women entrepreneurs without a collateral. In line with the vision, our interest subsidized loans without collateral for women is working well, and we've seen a 16-fold increase in account onboarding under our subsidized women entrepreneurship loans in 2020 over 2019. We have also launched the GOAL program in Nepal in 2020, which is the bank's flagship program for imparting education through sports to enable young girls to grow into future leaders. GOAL Nepal aims to cover 1,000 girls, particularly from underprivileged families. As an employer too, we stand committed to gender equality, more so at the senior levels. Currently, 40% of our Nepal board constitutes female members, 45% of the total employees comprise female staff, and women form 25% of our management team here. Though such initiatives are important to unlock opportunities for women, I think as women, we too need to break the glass ceilings in our minds. We often hold back from challenges, largely on account of self-doubt or apprehensions. On the contrary, our ability to multitask is a core competence which is crucial to senior roles and that should give women the confidence to pursue their ambitions. I would like to sign off by recalling a personal experience early in my career. My first boss, Lalita Gupte, who was a general manager at that time, had a very warm and inclusive style, but she also spurred you on to dream big. Once sitting across the table at her office, I expressed my doubt if I could ever reach her position. She gave me a light rap on my knuckles, saying, "Never aim low and never say that again." That fire she stoked has stayed with me, and if we nurture this fire and share it with other women, it would have a ripple effect on our economies and societies. On behalf of Standard Chartered Bank, once again, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the organizers. Hope next year I'll be able to attend this event in person with the pandemic well and truly behind us. Thank you all.